Okay, so this is Dominoes games we created today to uh, teach kids how to operate the parts, how to learn how to move, scale, and rotate the parts. Okay, so I want to quickly just play here, and as you see, this very simple domino games. Okay, so we need a step. Okay, and then you can push the ball. And you can see the domino pieces is knocked off. Yeah. Okay. Now I open another one so we can quickly create a new one here. Okay. So for example, starting from basis, so go to the parts block. Okay. And you will see the select, move, scale, and rotate. So once you select it, and you can put a mouse cursor to the part and drag around. Because I have this one. Okay, so check here. So maybe a little bit away from here. Okay, make it taller and bigger. So scale. Okay, taller. A little bit wider, like this. Okay. So your cage, I want your kids to learn how to, turn the camera angles to see anywhere that you want to see, just like doing this. Okay. Now create another part wedge. Okay. So you can drag and move it around. Okay. So I want the edge on the top of the base part. Okay. Move a little bit and then drag a little bit taller. Okay. Yeah, so the ball later can be rolling from the top to bottom. Okay, and then we need a flat surface to put the ball on top of that. So we need another part block. Okay, put it close to this one. Drag, drag. Now you have this, right? Okay, now we create some sidewalls to guide the ball so that they won't fall off from the sideways. So block here, so I'm putting here, drag it up a little bit thinner, make it taller, just like a guidance. Okay, on another side, create a block, drag it down to the floor. Okay, thinner, we don't need that very thick wall here. Yep. Now as you can see, a little bit taller, so make it even. Okay, so click the move, drag it out. This one is still a little bit thicker than the side. Okay, now you can see you created two walls, have the same height, same thickness, right? Okay. Now we want to create steps. Okay. You can always select, use your left mouse button to select the part. Okay, and then you can move if to anywhere you want. Okay, now one thing I teach them today is how to group the parts. So for example, I already select all the parts. As you can see from the Explorer window, all the parts I just created are highlighted. That means they are selected, right? So now move the mouse cursor back to the game window and right click, and then you will see the pop-up window like this, and the group as a folder, select this one. Now as you can see, you create a folder and all the parts is in this folder. Now we create two more parts as steps. So click block again, as you can see pop up here. So I'm moving down to here, change to scale because I want to change the size a little bit taller so that later my avatar can jump up. Okay, now create another part, moving down to here, drag, drag taller. Okay, so as you can see, I created a step. Yeah, you can always, turn around to see any parts are not aligned, and you can change the size. Okay, now this part is created. As you can see that this two new parts are not included in the folder, so I'm going to select both of them. Holding the shift and select the parts, you can select multiple parts and then move to here. Now all the parts in this folder, if you click this folder, now everything is selected, right? So I want these parts are not moving. So why we want to do this is, for example, if I go to play here, okay, let's say in the game mode, in the playing mode. Now, if, for example, if I jump to, and if I go here, let's see, I can push down this wall. As you can see, all the parts kind of like falls apart, right? Because I didn't lock them, so I didn't anchor them. So now exit the game, click the stop. Okay, now in the building mode. So building mode, if you select all the parts from the top to the bottom, okay, and go to the properties window, as you can see, and then scrolling down, you will see an option called anchored. So I want you to check the anchored. So that means all the parts are fixed, so they won't move in the game. Okay, because this is a base station, I don't want them to be moved or knocked down accidentally. So okay, now we are done this part, and then you can create a sphere. Okay, now this ball is there, so I need to drag. So as you can see, when you drag, the system automatically put it on the top surface. Okay, because it realized you want to put a new part on the top surface of another part. Okay, so I want to move a little bit here. Now, as you can see that a ball is ready to be pushed down from the ramp, right? Okay, so in the play here, okay, sometimes the Roblox Studio has a hiccup, so just stop and click the play here again. Now it's good. Okay, now jump. Now you can push. Now as you can see, the ball is falling from the top to the bottom. Okay, so exit the game mode, and now in the building mode. Okay, so now you can create a little bit few pieces just to demonstrate how the domino pieces, right? So I want this one taller, so you can always click the scale, make it taller. I want to make it a little bit wider, maybe like this. Okay, I want it to be a little bit thinner, so it's easier to be knocked down. Okay, you don't want them too difficult to knock it down, so a little bit taller. So that why we are having this base, because when the ball is rolling down, it need to knock the top part of the domino pieces, as you all play the domino pieces, right? So you need to knock the top part, not the bottom part, right? So that the falling direction will be from the right to the left. Okay, so and then you can always check the part size. So this part being selected, right? And if you go to the properties, you will see the size is 610 1. So that means Y always indicating the part's height. So it's 10 steps. 10 steps. I want to make it a little bit taller, maybe 12. Okay, so as you can see, it's getting taller. I want to drag it up. Okay, so now it's as you can see that this edge is right on the floor, not buried in the floor. Okay, so we need to create a few more pieces. What we can do is we can duplicate the exactly same piece, right? So we can duplicate. How to duplicate? Depending on your system. If it's a PC, you can press the Control D on your case on your keyboard. If the um, uh, uh, if you're using Apple computer, that would be a different key. I don't know what's the key called, but it's equal to the Control button um, on the PC. Okay. Anyway, so we create a piece here, and we need to duplicate. So I'm going to press Control D to duplicate. But before that, I want to um, make it. Basically, we want to align the Dominoes pieces equally distribute. So I want to change it to 10. So make sure this move is checked, so it's 10. Make sure the collisions and joint surfaces are unchecked. Okay, the rotate doesn't matter for now. Either is check or uncheck, doesn't matter. So as long as you have this move checked, it's 10 studs. Okay, studs is a distance in the Roblox Studio. They use it to measure the distance. So 10 studs. Okay, so the height is 12 studs. Okay, so that means it falling down, it will knock down another piece. Okay, so anyway, okay, so the part is it's a ball, so we want to rename. So just double click the part. You can double click. Oh, single click, and then you can call it ball, so that it will tell you that this is a ball for the this is a part for the ball because as you can see, whenever you create a new part, the system will automatically name them as a part. So later you won't be able to see which one is ball. So okay, now go to the part, Control D, duplicate, and drag the blue direction. Now as you can see that it drags out from the original position. Now Control D again, I create a new part. As you can see, drag it again. Okay, Control D again, create a new part. Control D again, create a new part, and drag. Every time you Control D create a new part, you need to drag out from its duplicated position. Okay, Control D again. Now, okay, so now you created some domino pieces. Let's see if this gap between two pieces are good enough for one piece to knock down. You don't want this gap too wide or too narrow. Too wide, that means the parts won't be able to knock it down. If it's too narrow, they are just stacked together. They won't be able to knock it down. Okay, so now let's try play it. So go to the home. I want to just play right here. So the avatar will start. Okay, now you go to the steps, jump, and pushing the sphere. As you can see now, so the gap is good. As you can see that from here, the top part is knocked down the second piece knocked down the third. Now it's perfect, right? Okay, I think this is a basic to create the domino games. Of course, we'll come back to revisit this game in the future to encourage students to create their own domino games. So this is a very good practice for students learn how to move, operating the parts, do a very simple assembly. Okay, yeah, thanks.